Hi, I'm Gray, and welcome to my booktube channel. I had no idea what my first video was going to be, and I decided to do the Booktube Newbie Tag because why not? I'm a newbie. Written down in a notebook, so let's get started. Why did you start this channel? I have wanted to start a booktube channel since forever. I think I was like 13 when I first discovered booktube, and that was at like the heyday of booktube. So like A Book Utopia, Paula Medana books, Jessie the Reader, you know, all of those really big booktubers. I watched every single video religiously. I was a massive fan, and I always wanted to do it, and I was not able to, so I started a book blog, which sadly came to an end after I was outed to my very, very Catholic parents. And so I completely quit reading for a really long time. And I recently got back into reading, and I thought, well, I'm an adult now, so maybe now's the time to start a booktube channel. I'm really doing this for younger me, but also for me now, because now I'm reading the books that I always wanted to read. Now I'm reading the kind of literature that I wish I had when I was a young, closeted, scared teenager. Question 2 is, what are some fun and unique things you're going to be bringing to booktube? And honestly, I can't really think of anything fun and unique and new. I love basic YouTube, like book hauls, book reviews, book tags, bookshelf tours. I love all that kind of stuff. So I'm definitely going to be doing all of that. But I'm also going to be sprinkling in some LGBTQA lifestyle videos, like talk videos about topics that interest me, whether that be, you know, lesbian media, current issues that the community is facing, and also some videos about writing, because I also love writing. Question 3 is, what are you most excited for about this channel? And honestly, just spreading the love of sapphic lesbian literature and lesbian media. I am just so excited to introduce people to sapphic books they may not have known about before, and just really emphasize sapphic books, because I feel like they don't get the emphasis that they deserve in the booktube community or any book community, whether that be Bookstagram, Book Talk, and even in the LGBTQA reading sphere. I feel like they are still underrated in a way that is really sad, because a lot of these books have so much to offer. So I am just really excited to spread the sapphic book love and hopefully introduce you to some new favorites. Number 4, why do you love reading? If you had asked me this question years ago, it would have been the escapism. I read to escape. I didn't have a great home life, I was closeted, I was scared, I was extremely depressed, and books kind of saved my life. I would escape into books any chance I got. I would stay up all night reading, I would read when I was supposed to be doing homework. Reading was my thing, and I lost that love for a while, and it was really sad, and it made me really sad. But now that I've gotten back into reading, I am enjoying seeing myself in books. I am enjoying the incredible stories that, you know, diverse authors are now able to bring to the table, that in past years, you know, it would have been a lot harder for those books to have been published. So I'm just really enjoying, you know, seeing all this new growth in the book community. And also still escapism, because, you know, we all do it. What book series got you into reading? For me, that would definitely have to be Lord of the Rings. I was 10, I think, and my dad handed me the Fellowship of the Ring and was like, here, read this. And I was like, okay, sure, I'll read it. And then I was obsessed. Tolkien became my life. It was the basis of everything in my life, and still continues to be. The Shire is my happy place, and I'm obsessed with Tolkien, so, you know, the books, the movies, the new TV show coming out, I cannot wait for it. So you can expect a lot of Tolkien content on this channel. It's kind of my bread and butter, really. So yeah, questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? Honestly, some of my favorite booktubers have kind of stopped uploading, so my question would be, why? But also, I wouldn't even really ask a question. I would just be like, thank you so much for like doing what you did back in the day, and the ones who are still uploading, thank you, you guys are amazing. Also, what was it like in the heyday of BookTube? I would love to know, because I think from like 2014 to like 2017, maybe even 2018, like that was the heyday of BookTube. Like, it was incredible. And not to say that BookTube's died, because it definitely has not. But I feel like that was the real golden age, and maybe I'm wrong because I've been out of it for a little while, but I feel like that was the time to be on BookTube. So I'd love to know, like, what was that like? When did you start reading? Honestly, I don't even know. I remember being very young and being forced to learn how to read, and I did not enjoy it at all. I was actually really mad that I was being forced to learn how to read. But once I was actually like able to read, it just went from there, really. Like I said, the adventure series, Tolkien, and then I got into young adult, and that was just the end of it for me. You know, Percy Jackson, Eragon, Hunger Games, that was my jam, and I was here for it. I was here for all of it. Even, you know, the less good books, you know, like Divergent and Match, let's not even start on that, but I was there for all of it, and at the time, I loved it. So I would definitely say like 10 is when I like really became a reader. Where do I read? I read on the couch. We have a really nice L couch in our apartment, me and my girlfriend, and I like to sit in the corner with my blanket and my dog on my legs, and I just read for hours at a time. I used to read in bed. Can't do that anymore. Hurts my neck and back too much because I am now old. But yeah, the couch, and I am hoping soon I'm gonna get a really nice reading chair that will be my like designated reading chair. IKEA has a really nice like high-backed like velvet green one that I am obsessed with. When they say that all gays love the color forest green, they're not kidding. So I hopefully will get that soon, and that will be my new designated reading area. What kind of books do you read? I will read anything, and I mean anything, if it is queer, especially if it is sapphic, lesbian, etc. I will read it. I don't normally read things like thriller, horror, mystery, but you will catch me reading those kind of books if they are sapphic. My favorite genres, though, are definitely high fantasy. I adore high fantasy. It's always been my thing. Especially giant doorstopper fantasies. I know a lot of people have trouble getting through those. Me, I love them. But in the past year, I have definitely got into romance. Romance was never something that I used to read, but then again, I discovered lesbian sapphic romance novels, and that was kind of it. But I am definitely open to reading anything. I'm not the kind of person to say no to a book because of its genre. I will read anything, even if it's not sapphic. If it sounds like it has a good plot, I will read it. Especially if a friend is like, oh my god, I read this book and I loved it. I'll be like, I'll read it. So yeah, I read a little bit of everything. What does your book collection look like? Well, you can see some of it behind me. Currently, I have one Billy bookcase that is completely full, and an IKEA cart which is partially full. It's got a bunch of books on the bottom that I'm going to be unhauling. The middle shelf is with books I've borrowed, and the top shelf is just kind of like random books that I haven't really found a spot for yet. I'm not going to do a tour right now because that's a whole separate video that I would like to do, and I would spoil it. But yeah, this is currently what my book collection looks like. I will definitely be having to get a new bookshelf soon though. because that TBR is out of control. Oh, that was the Booktube Newbie Tag. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, and if you do, thank you so much. You can find me on Book Talk at Gray Reads and on Instagram at Gray_Reads_, and same on Goodreads. I am very, very active on those platforms. I would love to be active on here a lot because I am very interested in doing a lot of more long form content, really more in-depth reviews, that kind of thing. So yeah, if you subscribe, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And I will see you in the future.